Hi everyone, this is going to be a voiceover video showing you what we did when we were in Portland, Oregon for our honeymoon. Enjoy! Our first day there, we went to Dough Donuts in the morning to get breakfast for a few days. And then in the afternoon, our first stop was Urbanite, which is this big, open, antique, secondhand, and handcrafted mall. Obviously, we're coming from across the country, so not really looking to buy furniture, but it was really nice to see, and if you're from the area, I would definitely check it out. For lunch, we went to Kurtopia, and I specifically got poutine from the stall Potato Champion. After that, we did the first bookstore of the day, which was Backstory Books and Yarn. They have a selection of new and used books here. I went in with a list of books in mind and ended up getting only one from here. The next bookstore we went to was the Powell's location on Hawthorne. I specifically went here because I knew they had a copy of a book I wanted in stock that was on my list. Here's also a look at some of the staff pick cards that I saw around the store. After that, we stopped at the Collage Art Store and this insane wall of washi tape. I actually had self-control and didn't get anything here, but my wife did get some gifts for her sister. You can also tell we went around Halloween because of all the extra spooky decor that was out. After that, we went to what was definitely a highlight of the trip, which was the Salt and Straw ice cream shop. They have a bunch of really unique flavors. They also have a collab with Imaginary Authors, which is one of my favorite perfume brands. The next day, we took a bus out of the city and then got a ride from our friend to go along the coast. On the way, we stopped in Newport for lunch. Then our main activity was to go to the Yaquina Head lighthouse, and I cannot tell you how much fun this trip was. It was totally worth the drive out of the city. It was really foggy when we first arrived, but it cleared up after our first hour there. I definitely have mentioned on the channel before that I am a big lighthouse fan. I think they're so cool, and if it was the 1800s, I would want to live in one. Give me cottagecore, but I live off the coast of Maine. There are also tide pools and a beach with black rocks that you can walk on. When we were there, the tide was high, so there was no pools, but we did see seals in the wild. It's so crazy seeing wildlife just out in the open like this. As we were leaving, now you can see how without the fog, the view is really beautiful and so picturesque. And if you didn't see enough animals, the first thing we did on the third day was go to the zoo. I have not been to the zoo properly since I was in middle school, so it was really fun. We both had a few favorites that we saw. We were really excited when we saw lemurs at the zoo, since obviously gotta pay respects to my King Julian. I also loved this porcupine. He was just so cute and chill. After the zoo, we went downtown to the main flagship Powell's location. This store is huge and has such a good mix of new and used books. I could have easily spent a whole day here and really did some damage. But since there were so many used books, I was able to get a lot of great deals on some books I've been meaning to check out. Before dinner, we decided to check out this bar called Pink Rabbit that also has non-alcoholic cocktails since I don't drink. They also have appetizers and it was so good. Definitely another highlight of the trip. On our next day, we were spending some time with friends that were coming in from Seattle, but first decided to stop at Daedalus Books to pass some time. This is primarily a used bookstore, but there might have been a new section that I just missed. I was focused on looking at the used YA sections for this trip, and I did get a book I was looking for. We also tried out Dutch Bros, which is a regional coffee chain. I can't remember specifically what I had, but I think it was a seasonal chai drink, and it was really good. I definitely wish they had them on the East Coast. We went to Honeymoon for brunch, and it was also amazing. All of their meals are a pairing of a savory dish with a donut, and it was just so good. Then we went downtown and stopped by the Kinokuniya there. Bro, of course, had to find some skate merchandise. They also had a lot of queer sections in this kino. It's been a while since I've been to a location, so maybe it's been like this for a while, but it was very fun to see what they had. We then went to the Portland Art Museum. We mostly just wandered around to see what they had. Overall, I vastly prefer older art and more like craft work from different cultures to modern art, but we pretty much did everything that the museum had open that day. We finished off our day going to this sushi restaurant that our friends had recommended. We are now on our last full day that we had for our honeymoon. We went to this place called Gracie's that is actually inside of a hotel for brunch, since I thought it looked pretty good and moderately fancy online. Bro had this insane breakfast fried rice, which was so good, and I had a salmon eggs benedict, which is my go-to brunch meal. We then took a bus up to the International Rose Test Garden. I knew I wanted to wear a Lolita cord to take pictures in the garden. I think it worked out really well. It was so beautiful out. It was sunny, but luckily not too hot. The last night of our trip, we just had dinner at the hotel. And our final stop was at the airport trying a Stumptown before we left. So that is it for our honeymoon vlog. George, as you can see, was very excited when we returned home. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!